Tomorrow is a day of indulgence for a lot of folks. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, pie. Not to mention the last 2 years with so much stress around us, some of us have already been indulging a little too much.
Dr. Franchelle Hamilton has researched the neuroscience behind emotional eating, and she explains the reason our brain craves the unhealthy when we're stressed out isn't completely our fault, but we can adjust it.
From infancy, when babies start crying, one of the things that most parents do, especially grandparents, is to give them a bottle. This over time, believe it or not, in the brains form these connections that, oh, if I'm upset or distressed about something, I should eat. And then that carries on into little kids, right? Every time they do, oh, good job, Johnny, I'm going to give you a chocolate bar or Cheetos. And so that's how, for half of the population, these emotional eating connections started. It's a pathway in the brain, like a pleasure pathway, a reward pathway.
How do you go about adjusting those reward pathways?
Right? We found out that the brain is neuroplastic, meaning it can change, it can conform. So I always teach people who struggle with emotional eating that they need to have a toolbox or a treasure box, so to speak, of different things that they enjoy doing that make them happy, that they can almost go and choose from whenever they're in stress or fatigue, and it not be food. For kids, for example, I give them maybe an extra 10 minutes of tablet time. As an adult, it could be exercise, it could be a hot bath. You have your now rewards when I'm stressed, and then perhaps future rewards. How about a nice outfit? How about, I get my nails done? Some of those things.
Is there any sort of trigger in life that makes you kind of understand the difference between I'm actually hungry versus maybe I'm eating because I'm feeling something?
Yes. If you have a strong craving to eat something that's not necessarily healthy, because believe it or not, when you're under stress, cortisol is released and it wants to go to junk food. That's a protective mechanism that happens in the brain. So people who have these strong cravings, you need to think, okay, what just happened? Was I distressed? Was I stressed? Was I fatigued? Is that why I'm eating? Or do I truly have hunger?
You talk about having a toolkit. For a lot of people who know something stressful is coming up, or even heading into the holidays, which can certainly be stressful for people, how do you go into that? How do you mentally prepare for that, to tell yourself, I'm not going to let my emotions dictate what I'm eating or how much I'm eating?
Planning ahead is always the best, and plan to indulge. Accept the fact that you decided that you're going to indulge that day, and then the next day just get right back in your normal routine. That, believe it or not, helps take a lot of the stress out. If you stress about it, you're almost prone to do more and eat more than if you just kind of not think about it and plan that that's what you're going to do that day.
One more note from Dr. Hamilton: when you do indulge, don't overthink it. Don't feel guilty about it. Just do your best each day.